have seen so far in terms of the security threats. But I was going to ask you what precisely you have now seen at the grassroots level that the leaders at the top are yet to see.
Okay, let me just speak on what you have said. You know, the opportunity to have grassroots followers. You don't have our workshops as an organization, and you have the opportunity to know what is happening and to know what is happening and to know of what, and that gives and having on work on some state and community and travel to our 7 countries, and I see how the security acts as a must be on decks on the issue of security of the country. Something that was not even paid confidently give government and what will happen to them or their neighbors. So I think something like that in there. You should not have the mindset that the issue of security agencies and apart from a collaboration suggested that the issue of police is, I don't know why the presidency continued to dodge the. We are thinking of politics, and you are pushing back from proper. The first priority of any government is to get life out. And day by day, we are witnessing serious issues on the of life in different parts of the country. Today in still in broad day in casino markets. And by tomorrow, that something happened. And I even realized international media for publishing is happening in Nigeria negatively. As we deal on our country. The presidency, we know that anything that happens, that state, the blame always be on the father of the country. And the international community will even blame the government. All issue happening in jurisdiction or own area to the president. I think it's very, very important that the president for this town local government to have their own security. You can't run from this issue. When you know be hearing bad news every day, and the image presidency seriously now moving to the election period by next year. And for them to explain to the people, if you can't secure them in the country they are in, fear come to our country every day because the news that is split on the security. So we have to do everything disposal. The take its decision on the issue of state.
Struggling with damaged or missing teeth? Get a full dental implants examination for free when
the is the chief security officer of the state. Reflected, mandates. And when this thing reflects in the document on our practice, realism we are practicing, how should deny the state have their own security at minimal stage. The issue of protecting active than we have now, but the government refuses to carry like AK-47 a sophisticated arms that are discriminate. When we have a modern weapon, AK-47 machine gun, okay.
Oriire, it does appear that we have lost the Aare or Kakanfo there on this. There's been a technical problem. I will be looking forward to reconnecting with him, but the conversation continues to happen as to how it is that we can, wake up the security network, particularly at the grassroots level. He's been saying that there have been conversations or attempts at conversation with the state and federal governments, but it doesn't look like there's been a lot of traction in that regard. Well, we'll look to see how we can reconnect with Aare and ask him a few questions, especially with regards to state police, which is one of the options that is being considered right now, especially in the wake of this latest attack on Oyo State. Aare, it appears that you're back.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can hear me. Sorry, your network went off briefly. I do know, I think you were mentioning something along the lines of state police. I do not know if you also think that would be one way to go to be able to help solve this problem in Nigeria in general, and particularly in Yorubaland.
State police with the collaboration with the private group we have. State police. They are running from state police. You are confirming on the problem. Insecurity. Giving us a signal that you are not serious with the insecurity. Have the responsibility to. Likewise, federal government have the responsibility to their life and property. Government in charge of grassroots. The issue of security is local. The issue of security is local. And if we can't allow the local government and state government to proliferate, there is something to it. The issue of thing.
So do you believe then that instead of state police, we should have community police? Is that what you're proposing?
Community police was reflecting in the Nigerian police was like an info beyond the police that were pronounced by the federal police. We need is arms. Even you don't use the local state police. We need a because the security is local. What now when you read in the local government, when the news just dropped out with Zimbabwe, we heard that the issue in Oriire Local Government in Oyo State that shared by Kwara State. And you know what happened in Kwara State? Community have been affected by insecurity. I believe this criminal move to come and cause this out in Oyo State. And I believe that if the security agents, the case, these people that have been captive in Kwara can still hold in Oyo State. The infiltration came serious. We have to see community police with arms, not by info. A community police on informants. The issue of informant, the level of crime stage using some informant, information only. We need policing. either is by the local, supervised by the governor of.
Well, I do know that my colleague Ayo also has questions for you. Over now to you, Ayo.
Well, thank you, Mawkwe. I'm actually hoping, Aare, that you can hear me very well, because I would like us to take a bit of a historical trajectory. As a result of what the OPC, the Odua People's Congress, did, earlier on in this republic, the Arewa Youth Congress, Arewa People's Congress also came on, and their objective was also to do what exactly the OPC was doing. The OPC back then, among other things, was a kind of vigilante organization in the southwest of Nigeria. And I know that while the OPC reigned supreme, hardly would anyone attempt any kind of attack on on any part of the southwest. I know that because even in the northeast, when all kinds of insecurity was happening, they had what they called a civilian joint task force, which pretty much did what OPC did back then in the southwest and helped to forestall a lot of these insecurity issues. I'm wondering, is that something, did the OPC go under? What exactly happened? Because that was probably some kind of support for the official police at the time. Can you hear me, sir?
Back. I can hear you back.
Okay. So I don't know if did you get the question?
Okay, you are talking OPC.
Yes.
In terms of security in 1999 to 2005.
Did it go under?
Okay, Mr.
Yes, I am. I said, did it go under?
Respond.
Go ahead, we can hear you.
What did we are is it? We are suggesting to the Southwest of an organization. OPC is one of the coalitions talking about. I'm talking of stakeholders. It's a group that was formed about 7 years ago. We have OPC. Even we have 14 different groups that will collaborate, talking beyond. And mind you, the OPC was talking about in 1995, 2005, OPC have been more organized beyond what you people thought by the time. We have very good structure that's happening in 1999 to 2005. And we're talking of a group, coalition of it, which is 14 different groups that will collaborate on intel, on the issue of even going to the force and confront these criminals. Even though if government is not ready to state police, this group can be held level. So from that, we will reduce the issue of psychologically of what OPC can do. And if government just announced that this to collaborate with us, I think it will go a long way to reduce crime in Southwest. It's going now. Our region is the next target to these criminals. Witnessing for the last 3 months is not what we have been witnessing before. Before we always have our boundary, attack in our boundary, a boundary of Kogis, and a boundary from maybe Oshun, okay. Now from recorded for the past 3 months show that we have been seriously to go. 2 places attack in Ibadan. 4 days ago, serious in the areas. And we have been hearing about what happened in Aare. But the issue of kidnapping more close to the commercial of Nigeria, which is Lagos. From information in said it last that Lagos too have been infiltrated. Their target is not to kill alone, is to cause destruction. And when you are a whole Kakanfo land, you don't even call him to hear from him. That shows that on the insecurity. He's saying this. Even the commoner giving kind of information has the right to invite him and Aare, what can we do? Even though you don't need to collaborate.
Well, Aare,
no one's
I think that, you know, the information that you've just given us, I think that, you know, the information that you've just given us now with regards to...
You can get my best-selling book, Buy Low, Rent High, completely free, no strings attached.
That formal leaders, formal government leaders will reach out. And I'm also hoping that you two would not relent. You wouldn't give up in your reaching out to government officials to share with them what it is that you have. Because at the end of the day, what we really want to see is not just a safer Yorubaland, but also a safer Nigeria by extension. We have to thank you for speaking with us this morning. It's been a pretty difficult conversation because of the technical connection. We're hoping that we'll have you in our studios sometime soon, that you will grant us the honor of your presence in one of our studios, either in Lagos or Abuja, whenever it is that you're there, and we can have a more robust conversation. But thank you so much for joining us this morning, Gani Adams, who's the Aare Ono Kakanfo of Yorubaland. Thank you for speaking with us on Sunrise Daily.
Thank you.
Well, we take a break now. When we come back, we'll be measuring the political temperature in Surulere and Ayo. We'll have that conversation, please.